What's up, everybody? Hope everybody's having a beautiful day. You know, if you were to die tomorrow, what is it that you would regret? And whatever that thought is, do that today. Because we all are going to die one day. It's guaranteed. The only thing that is guaranteed in this life is death. I had some terrible news yesterday that my sister died of a heroin overdose. And you know, I struggled with addiction. Still do, in a sense. And you know, that could have been me. You know, a few years back, we were partners in crime, inseparable. Except, you know, we both parted ways through our addiction to get clean. Both got clean, but for some reason she chose to go back into that life, and I don't know why. And I'll never know why. But I could assume that it was due to all the trauma throughout her life that she was trying to numb herself to. And that's pretty much the main reason. The main reason why we turn to drugs and alcohol. It's because of our traumas. We just want to numb ourselves to it and not deal with it and just sweep it under the rug. But there's no such thing as that. Because you're going to have to deal with it one day. When the drugs run out, when the dope man gets locked up, and you're fucking drying out, wherever you're drying out, you got to deal with that pain. So I just want to let anybody that is going through this struggle of addiction, of depression, to know that there is a way out. But you're going to have to want it for yourself. You have to want it for yourself. It doesn't matter who's wanting you to get clean. You have to do it for yourself. And there's medicine out there that comes from the earth that was put in place to help us through these traumas, to help process some of the things that we've gone through. And it's sad to say that a lot of us look at this medicine as a drug. But it's not a drug. You can't abuse freaking psilocybin. You can't abuse ayahuasca. You can't abuse ibogaine. You can't abuse that. Those are set in place. For when we're ready for healing, they will be there. But we have to open up our minds to this medicine. We have to. I mean, look at marijuana. In the beginning, they put every bad name on that plant that they possibly could, because they didn't want you to have that experience, because they knew it could benefit you. But now everything is coming to the surface, and eventually these medicines will be here when we need them. But you're going to have to open up your mind to them. You know, I know part of my purpose on this planet is to share this information about these plants, because they've served me so well. A majority of my healing came from these plants. Now, don't get me wrong, I give myself credit for putting in the work, but I know that these plants played a huge role in my healing, and they could play a huge role in your healing as well. But first, you have to open up your mind to them. Have to ask the universe, hey, I really need some healing. I really feel like I could benefit from this plant. Could you send it to me? And it will show up in your world. That's what you need to understand, is if you ask for it and you trust in the universe, it will send you what you need. That's the way it works. We are fully supported. We only have the illusion that we're alone and separated and by ourselves. That's an illusion. But whenever we need the support and we ask for it and we stay open and available to receive it, it will show up. And these medicines will help you connect to that. That's what they're here for, to help you connect to the divine, to your own inner God. So we all have God within us, but we have so much shit piled up on top of that we can't get to it. And it seems so far away. But I'll tell you what, it's one experience is all it would take. Now, that's not guaranteed, but it's a possibility that just one experience can heal 20 years worth of trauma. 20 years in one session. And you'll hear that repeatedly. Somewhere down the lines, it'll say, 10 years worth of psychotherapy in one 4-hour psilocybin journey. You know, this whole death thing hasn't even hit me the way it should, you know. And I know eventually it will. But I want to make good out of something. And I want everybody to know that they are not alone. They are supported by their spiritual realm. And not only that, you have the support of us on these channels to help you, to get through, to share what you need to know. I mean, is it a coincidence that you could just randomly get on YouTube and then all of a sudden on your news feed you see a video and you click on it and it was exactly what you were going through at that moment and it shared something that was there to help you along your way? I mean, are you that blind and that lost where you can't see that there's something out there pulling these strings and it's there to support us? It's all here. But we have to be open and available and not hold any expectations on how that is going to show up in our lives. No expectation, just let them go. And that's the reason for so much misery we create in our life, is by holding expectations on how something is supposed to go. All you have to ask for is what you want emotionally. What's your state of being that you're looking for? Not what you could bring into your life, what type of car, what type of mansion, how big of a bank account. None of that shit. No. State of being. That is what we are looking for. And a lot of times it is these things such as, lump sums of money, cars, mansions, that show up in our lives and give us the permission to be happy for that moment. But once that wears off, then we're back to our usual state of being. So wherever you were before all them good things came to give you the permission to be happy, you're going to be right back there. So money doesn't create happiness. It might remove the things that get in the way of happiness, but it doesn't create it. And as soon as that fucking money wears off, you'll be back to wherever you were last. So it's important to know that happiness is a choice. It's a state of being. It's already within us. And we could choose to be happy in this moment for the things that are here now supporting us. And once we can find that gratitude in our hearts, things will just constantly show up to confirm that state of being. Everything that we want to experience is already within us. And that's what we come here to learn. Who we truly are. Gain back our power. So if you're feeling like a victim, like the life that you live was there to kick you down, to make you suffer. That's not what it is. It was just there to make you better. But you allowed it to do the opposite. And you could throw away that belief, and you could redefine your meaning and give it a better one, and start looking at the glass half full. But that's it, guys. Just remember, we're all going to die. We're all going to die. And we don't have a choice when that is. So it's in our highest good to follow our hearts, to live the life that we want to live, and to learn to love and accept ourselves for who we are. That's about it, guys. If you're into this type of spirituality and plant medicine, please subscribe and share. I love you all.